Hi guys, I wanted to come here and because I was like editing and I was looking at all the footage I have to edit for the second half of my DreamCon vlog. So I just want to make this video first and then the vlog, it will cut to the vlog next. But I want to tell you guys that something tragic happened. And it involves this flipping camera. This is a Sony ZV-1F. I told you guys that I was going to make a video on this camera specifically. I'm sorry. I made a video. I'm sorry. I mentioned that I was going to make a camera on this video. I'm sorry. I looked at my computer and it's glitching for a second. And I filmed with this camera out on my trip, but I didn't realize that it was in freaking slow motion, right? And I'm so upset because all my footage after I had got ready for DreamCon, the footage that I recorded getting ready for DreamCon, all the footage after that is dead footage. Like the footage when I was showing my outfit, the footage of me telling how I felt after DreamCon, like a story time of everything that happened, gone. The footage of me chilling at the pool, describing this was the next day, describing how I felt the day after, gone. The footage of me getting ready for the VLLO concert, done. So the only footage I have, you guys, is the footage of me is the footage that I filmed on my phone, right? So I'm gonna add the footage I had before and the footage of me getting ready. It'll be in the vlog following this. But I just want to tell you guys because literally, I don't know if you guys can see. So right here, all these buttons are in the same spot. So this is the button you use to take pictures. This is the record button. This is the button I click to like refocus the camera. This is the on button. And then this is the camera button, the record button, and the slow motion button. And I didn't realize that the footage was in slow motion the whole time. So with slow motion for this, I just can't like speed it up and then edit to make it's no audio in slow motion footage. And that's the thing about this camera. So I think that after the Houston vlog, I really am going to make a pros and cons for this camera. But yeah, so all that footage, I'm so mad. It's like messed up. So the next footage that I'm going to add is going to be me telling the story from what I can remember based on the pictures. The video that I had recorded of the story time, it was like almost 40 minutes long on this camera. And all that footage was just gone. It was just me talking in slow motion. So I just want to put this out there that when you guys watch this vlog later on, it's like you're gonna see me retelling a story of what actually happened, and then all the footage is just gonna be footage that I have off my phone, besides the morning footage of me getting ready to go to the convention. That's the only thing. A few of those videos was filmed on here, and those was normal. But yeah, the other videos, they were just messed up, you guys. So I just want to let you guys know that sorry, a lot of that footage got messed up. So it's just gonna be clips and snippets, and some footage might even be vertical that I took little videos of. But yeah, I'm sorry, that was what happened. But yeah, the update on this camera and me pros and cons will be coming out. So I just want to let you guys know that. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the rest of the vlog. Bye. Hi guys, good morning. It's currently 9:30 in the morning, and today is the day of DreamCon. It's Friday, and I'm only going to today's event. It seems like Saturday is when most of the people like I be seeing or like low-key want to see are going, but I'm going today. I'm currently here by myself. I feel like I haven't been picking up the camera because I just been in emotion of things, and like we've been doing stuff, but like sometimes, like every time I feel like I picked up the camera, like last night we were on a walk, it was bad lighting and we were just taking a walk around the neighborhood, so I couldn't really pick up the camera. But yeah, so today is the first day at DreamCon, Friday, so I'm gonna get ready and go. Tell me why I literally went to pick up the tickets yesterday, pick up the badge yesterday, and it was like, oh no, you gotta pick it up tomorrow. I guess I didn't even realize it said early registration to pick it up. But the thing is, the hotel where the tickets we have to pick up the badges is right next to the convention center. Hopefully I see some YouTubers and stuff that I like. I think I picked up the camera. I told you guys yesterday I saw a guy at the gym He's a YouTuber and Vine star, and he's one of the creators on the pamphlet. Let me show you guys the pamphlet. Okay, guys, this is the pamphlet that they gave us yesterday. And he's on here. I just don't want to say who it is because I don't want to be like, oh yeah, he go to this gym. I mean, I don't know where he live. He probably just visiting, and it's his friend's gym or something. But yeah, I saw him yesterday. I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. But yeah, hopefully I have a good time. I'm going solo by myself. This is the first time I'm going to a convention out of state by myself. Hopefully I see some YouTubers that I watch. Maybe go up to them and take a picture. I don't know. I don't want to be awkward. You know what I'm saying? But I've been seeing them posting pictures with fans on their social media accounts, so maybe it won't be awkward. But yeah. Ooh, imagine if like Aquarius can't you go? I'm wearing my samurai hat. I'm gonna show you how to fit it in, but I'm wearing a samurai hat from his merch. That's because that's like the only thing I have. My friend was like, oh, you should go cosplay. Girl, we're gonna do all that. The She Got Game thing was today too. But all the RSVPs for Jazzy Guns, they were taken up, so I couldn't even get that. I was like, damn. Yeah, when I went there yesterday, it was a lot of people. I'm like, hopefully it's not too crazy, but it's not too much traffic. When we went yesterday, it wasn't a whole lot of traffic. Hopefully it's not worse. I just went to like Houston downtown, and guys, I'm from Chicago, so I'm always gonna judge other cities downtown, and Houston downtown is not stepping to Chicago downtown. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's not. Also too, guys, I'm so happy I have not been eaten up by mosquitoes so far. Last year when I came here around this time, it was horrible. I had so many mosquito bites. I was so irritated. It was like golf ball size mosquito bites all over my body, arms, legs, everything. So, but this time I have not been eaten up by mosquitoes, so I'm so happy about that. I just heard a thunder, and it looks literally cloudy AF outside. So, it's definitely umbrella season. My cousin has an electric stove, and I do not like electric stoves. I don't know, it's just hard to cook. Like last time I was here and I cooked in an electric stove, and my eggs was not cooked, but they did cook yesterday because I was like making sure that they boiled for a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just used to gas stoves. Yeah, cause see, even with this gas stove, guys, I don't like it's on. Guys, why do I feel like I'm kind of like running late? Because it's almost 10 o'clock, and I said I was gonna leave it at 11, and it's definitely gonna take me more than an hour to get ready. Anyways, so if I have to order my Uber at 11:30, it's okay. It's okay. If I have to sit in traffic, it's okay. The event is till 8 p.m. So it's okay. And with the gas stove, if the power goes out, you can still use the oven. When the power goes out like it did last year, when we were here, the power went off for like 3 days because of a storm. The refrigerator was off, but you couldn't even use the stove because it's electric. I'm not with this 21st century modern day technology. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to our roots. Let's get back to gas stoves around the world. Hashtag gas stoves around the world. Hey guys, I finished breakfast. I made some boiled eggs and some bacon, and I'm just eating this like leftover chocolate chip waffle I had from brunch yesterday. When I was at the event yesterday, I don't know, it was so many black people, and I enjoyed seeing that, like black people coming together over something they like. I seen some people on Reddit saying though that like they was not having a good experience. Like some of the black people, or maybe not like, but like some of the people they ran into, they said that they were talking mess about them, or like it just wasn't, it didn't have that sense of community as it did the previous years. Like, oh, that's a shame, because like they said, well, you just have to look at the Dreamcon Reddit. But like, yeah, you know, nobody should have to go through that, have somebody talking about them and stuff like that. But when I was there, I kind of like wanted to be able to, I don't know, I wanted to be a content creator. Like I wanted to have like followers and be doing something and stuff like that. Of course I'm doing YouTube. I gotta be more consistent. But like, I don't know, it just felt like it was so supportive as an environment and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that's like, it's so cool. Like it being in spaces like that, it kind of gives you that drive and ambition of like, oh yeah, okay, I want to do this. This is people's work coming to life. Like, you know, as a YouTuber, you see you have subscribers, right? And I remember seeing an analogy years ago. It's like, oh, but like 100 subscribers isn't a lot, but imagine being in a room full of 100 people that, you know, support you and stuff like that. Like even 1,000, or even if you like have 1,000,000 subscribers, like that's overwhelming. And all these people know you and enjoy watching your content and stuff like that. So it's like, there we go. But yeah, like having people enjoy your content and stuff like that, and just supporting you and coming to this event and like going, you know, like traveling to a different city just to see you and be a part of this event of something you created. And you started like, I don't know, like just on your couch recording video. Because I seen an edit recently of Aquarius Kenshin, and it was like him when he used to have a little swoop to do, like the little sad bang and stuff, and he was recording. And it was like, dang, like now he has his own manga and stuff. So I think it's so cool. That's why spaces like that are so important, because they drive you to want to be better and do more and just express yourself creatively. So I like that I had that vibe in that space, even though it probably could be overwhelming because there was a lot of people, and I imagine it's gonna be a lot more people today. But it was so important to be a part of something like that. So last time I came to Houston, I don't know, I feel like sometimes it's hit or miss with Houston people. Maybe it's, I was saying it to my cousin, you know, being from Chicago, I feel like I can vibe with people from Chicago, even strangers from Chicago. Like I feel like I just vibe more. But when I be trying to like riff, you know how like on a joke you can riff off a joke or stuff like that, like you being witty, or if y'all it's comedy or funny or stuff like that, you know what I'm talking about. But like you can riff off a joke and people can have it. But like when I talk to strangers in Chicago, a lot of the time, no matter like age, race, gender, whatever, usually they'll like react, like, you know, have a positive reaction, or like be cool and stuff, like, or, you know, bite off, or, you know, just be cool. But like when I be trying to talk to strangers here in Houston, I feel like they be looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't know, maybe it's like, I don't want to bring race into it, because Chicago to me is kind of like the north south, where like Chicago is a segregated city, and it's like it has racism, but then like I feel like it's a different type of, well, this is like Texas South. This isn't like Mississippi or Georgia type of South, so it might be a little bit different. But yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird. And not that I need a reaction from people or anything like that, like I don't feed off reactions, but like I'll interact with strangers, and I've had some good reactions, this is nothing, but I don't know, I just feel like maybe I couldn't live here because Texas, it's on the grid, and then I'd always be thinking about Chicago, like wanting to be back home. And then too, if I feel like if I don't vibe with the people in a certain city, then it's just not gonna work. And maybe it's something with my astrocartography lines or something, and it's like it's not lining up with with Houston. Maybe not for this time of year or something. Maybe people in Houston are different depending on the season. But yeah, I don't know, it's just, I feel like I gotta find people I can vibe with. I feel like I can vibe with people in Chicago. Maybe it's just I'm from Chicago and I know. But like, yeah, when I be trying to interact with strangers here, sometimes it just be like, they'd be like, okay, what? I don't know. That's bad. Hey guys, so I just got out the shower and I am running way later than expected. It's currently 11:04. I said I was gonna order my Uber at 11, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna order it at 11:30. Like I said, the event doesn't start till 12, so I think people are gonna be early, but I'm gonna just go about the day cruising, you know what I'm saying, chilling. I'm back now. I'm currently charging the camera, so hopefully it's good. I was talking to my cousin. He was like, girl, you just need to chill. He was sending me text message. He was like, just chill, just go about the day. Don't worry too much. Cause I'll be doing that, like, you know, I'll overthink sometimes and then I'll get myself to a fit. But he's like, just release your mind and just calm down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take his advice. I'm wondering if I should bring an umbrella, cause I am gonna wear a jacket. Oh guys, tell me why yesterday, literally, when I was I went to the Marriott to get the tickets before me and my cousin went to brunch, and it was a lot of people in line or whatever, and so I'm in line. Tell me why everybody is cutting in front of me specifically. Like, you know how you like in line at a grocery store in a checkout lane and people will come perpendicular, like, because they're trying to go that way, right? Everybody is specifically perpendicular cutting in front of me. I'm like, what the hell? Like, you would have thought I had a big freaking sign on that said cut in front of me. And it wasn't like I was like 3 feet behind the people in front of me, so they was like, oh, okay, it's enough space, I'm gonna just cut in front of her. I was like, I wasn't up close on the person in front of me, but I was just like regular line, like person, group of people, whatever, right? But it was just like people just specifically kept cutting in front of me. Like, I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's multiple. What about me says, oh yeah, let me pass in front of her specifically? I don't know what the hell it was, but I don't know. It was very, very weird. I'm like, y'all need to cut in front of somebody else. Why am I being targeted right now? But yeah, I was just thinking about that. Oh, today is my friend's birthday, but I'm out of town. So I bought her this perfume that she wanted. It was the Ariana Grande Love Notes. I think I told you. And I left it with another friend of ours at his house. And then I'm buying her some flowers, and I'm going to Instacart them to his house as well, because he's supposed to go out to dinner with her tonight. I'm going to wear my, what is this? My waist beads that I made. Ooh, it is pouring, honey. Looking forward to that. When I first got on the trip, it said that it was supposed to be raining all, like the whole trip basically. But it wasn't raining yesterday, and then the day before that. But, no. I'm definitely not looking forward to going out in this rain, but alright. So let's draw on my eyebrows. No, ah! Casper, is that you? Alright. Something will happen. Oh guys, VLLO's concert tomorrow. I didn't even tell y'all the story. So boom, when I flew here to Houston last year, I didn't have any posts on my Instagram. Like, I think I had highlights, but I didn't have any posts. Like, I had archived all my posts on Instagram. And so when I first posted on Instagram, it was a video of me, and it was a video that I took at the waterfall near the GRWM mall in Houston. It's like this waterfall. So I took that video. It's still on my Instagram if you want to check it out. I took that video, and literally that was the first post I posted. And on the video, I used the VLLO song. I used the song Jazz. Oh my god, I look crazy right now. Trust the process, because I feel like if you look crazy when you start your makeup, it's gonna eat at the end. But I used the VLLO song, Jazz is for Ordinary People, and that was my first post on my Instagram around last time this year. So I was like, okay, I know I want to go back to Houston around May, because it would be like a little graduation gift to myself. And so I was looking at days, whatever, and then I saw that Dreamcon was going to be in Houston, which I did remember, but I don't know, it just reminded me of that. So I was like, oh, Dreamcon's going to be in Houston. When's it going to be in Houston? In May. So I was like, oh, it's going to be at the end of May. I usually came, last time it was like kind of middle, beginning of May. So I was like, okay, I'll just go at the end of May. Then I booked a flight from the 28th to the 31st, right? Because I was like, okay, I'll go to Dreamcon on that Friday, and then I'll just leave Saturday. But when I had booked the flight for the 31st, something in my mind when I was buying it was telling me, it was like, Lena, book the flight on the 1st. Book the flight on the 1st. Like, something in my mind, like some intuition was like, book the flight on the 1st. I was like, nah. I was booking on the 31st because my cousin, he said he was supposed to have a guest on the 1st. So I was like, okay, I'll leave on the 31st so you can, you know, get your apartment situated or whatever. So then I'm going on TikTok, like I think a day later, and I see VLLO is having a concert. And I'm like, oh, VLLO, he's on tour, right? So I'm like, oh. And they say like a US part of the tour. So I'm like, oh, he's coming to the US or whatever. Looking through the tour, and I'm like, oh, is he gonna come to Chicago? Right? Because I'm like, you're a jazz artist. How you a jazz artist and you gonna come to Chicago? You come to the US. Chicago is like known for like jazz and blues, right? Oh man, that's a shame. Why he not coming to Chicago? But whatever. I look and I see Houston as one of the dates. So I'm like, I didn't see that. Okay, Houston, he going to Houston. When is he going to Houston? The 31st. He's performing in Houston on the 31st of freaking May. So I'm like, oh, that's perfect. That's what. But I was like, wait, because I was to leave the 31st morning. He performed the 31st night. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, oh, okay, dang. Maybe I'll get it. I don't know. A few days later, I think, I'm scrolling on TikTok, and somebody posted videos like, why is there so many fine men there? I'm like, fine men? We talking about? And they talking about, and it's like to the Burley House song, and it was like, oh, it was so many hot guys at the Burley House concert. I was like, ooh, oh really? Oh, I gotta buy tickets now. Any chance to see hot men? My thirsty face though. Right? So I was like, okay, whatever. I really like his music. Let me buy. And if I can't go to Kendrick this year, at least I went to some concert, right? So I ended up buying a ticket, the Burley House concert ticket for, he's supposed to be performing at the House of Blues. I bought the ticket. I didn't even buy the damn flight at this point. Later, I ended up changing the flight. Oh Lord, the lightning is crazy. I ended up changing the flight to damn, bitch. That sounded like some lightning that struck right outside. Bitch, like something blew up. I ended up booking my flight for the 1st. And now I get to go to a concert. So I got a convention and a concert. So woo 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 woo. So happy. I'm so happy. Hey guys, I'm just about done with my makeup. It's 11:50. Uche. And I just saw whose Instagram was that? Lupa's son from your boy Roshi. He was showing that line. Y'all, that line looked long, way longer than yesterday. That long is wrapped outside the building. And I'm like, oh damn. Should have got early access. That way I could pick him up yesterday, but it's okay. It's whatever. But I did see Berlisi has a line. It seemed like this whole event day I'm just be standing in different people's lines. But yeah, I'll just get ready real quickly and then show you the fit. Hey guys, I don't know if you guys can kind of see my eyes. It's kind of like a glare in between the footage. But I don't know if you guys saw earlier in the clip, I told you guys that a lot of my footage using the Sony Z1 camera, it ended up in slow motion, so I couldn't use the footage of me telling a story time of, you know, everything I said earlier in the clip. So this is just going to be me recalling the story time of everything that happened at Dreamcon, and I'm going to include the footage. I'm trying to like crop it so it's kind of like reactionary, like mask it, and include the footage. That's because originally I was like, oh, should I do the footage and then do like story time after? But I think it'll be like, it'll keep you what's the word? Not entranced, but like interested. Let's just go with interested as I tell a story, because it'll be visuals to go with it. So I'm gonna have my phone right here so that I can kind of recall everything that happened. But yeah, I'm gonna be drinking water too because I'm a little bit thirsty. So basically after the footage, where the footage cut off, I ended up getting an Uber. Walking to the lobby right now. Rain had cleared up. By the time I got ready, I ended up getting ready later than expected. The rain had ended up clearing up. So I was just waiting, walking down to the lobby, waiting in there for my Uber to come. After that, I ended up getting to Dreamcon, and y'all, it was so packed. I think I told you guys in the clip previously that I couldn't get it the day. I thought I could get it Thursday, but that was only for like pre-sale or something like that. So she told me to come back the next day to get my badge or whatever. So when I got there, guys, it was so packed. It was lines wrapped around the building in opposite directions. Like one line was going one way, the other line was going the other way around the building. So it was like, I don't know, it was kind of all over the place. So I'm standing in line, but I'm like, I don't feel like standing in line. Like, I'm the type of person where I don't like to pay. I mean, like to wait. Like, I will pay to cut a line. Like, I just don't like to do that. So then I ended up seeing this girl stand up herself, and I was like, hey girl, can I cut in front of you? And I gave her like $20 to cut in front of her. Which honestly, I probably should have bargained. I should have been like, yeah, I got $10 if you let me cut in front of you. So, something like that. But yeah, so she ended up letting me get in front of her, which was clutch. So I was closer to the front, and then it was still a long line. It was still people getting in line. Y'all, that line was so wrapped around the building. I'm telling you, when we left, when I ended up leaving, that line was still wrapped around the building. So I ended up getting inside the place, and like I said, we had to take an escalator up. So it was the same route that I went the day previously to get the badge. Was the same route. Like they take you upstairs, and you go like to this section where they line you up in individual lines, then you go into the room where you're in another line to get the badge. So I get there, and it's packed. We're like inside the building, inside like the hotel at this point, and y'all, tell me while we're on it, I finally get on the escalator, and there's so many people on this escalator. I'm like, is it supposed to be this many people on the escalator? Like, the people who was volunteering there, they was kind of just letting anybody go up at this point. And I'm like, it's a lot of people on this escalator. literally, I kid you not, right after the escalator start going do 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 do, like while we're on it, like it's cracking, like breaking down while we're on it. So we're like, what the hell? And then it stops, and then it starts again, and then it stopped again. And so they were like, just go, just go. And so we're like running up the escalator, and then it stopped working. I don't know if they turned it off after that, but I'm like, it probably wasn't supposed to be that many people on that escalator. But yeah, so we ended up going up the escalator, and I'm like trying to speed up, like cut in front of people as I'm running, because I'm like, not running, but like walking around the opposite side, because I'm like, oh, I'm overweight in line at this point. So then we get up there, and I get the badge. First the lady was like, oh, your badge isn't scanned. And I'm like, what? Is it because she scanned it the day before and she told me to come back? But then I went to the other lady, she scanned it, and she was like, oh no, it's perfectly fine. So then I went in there. As soon as I get in there, you guys, I was on the second floor at this point. I crossed over the little pathway. I was on the second floor, and like I said, I'm going by myself or whatever. When I get there, I see like they have like these big kind of circle windows, and if you look down, you can see like a bunch of people sitting in like an auditorium, and I think that was like the opening ceremony or whatever. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So as I'm sitting, I see two guys sitting next to one window, and so I just go up to them and I start talking to them. I'm just asking them about like, oh, is this their first time at Dreamcon? How's it been? Or whatever. And I don't know the other guy's name, but it's just one guy. His name is Jalen. And Jalen is cool, so I'm talking to him. He's talking about how he wants to see RDC World, Mark, and stuff. If he see them, he's gonna say these things. And I think he said it was his first time. I don't think he said he was from Texas. I'm trying to remember. Like I said, guys, this was like over 3 weeks ago at this point, and the footage that I had got deleted, so I can't remember all the details. But yeah, so Jalen, he was pretty cool. I was talking to him. Then afterwards, I ended up going to I ended up going to see Jazzy Guns, and I think Jazzy was on the 3rd floor at the time. It was the She Got Game thing. So it was Jazzy Guns, it was Barefoot Tasha, it was Mari, and Christology, right? So I ended up going, I think they were on the 3rd floor. I ended up going up there. At first they said it was sold out, like it was booked, so I couldn't RSVP it. But when I went up there, the lady was like, oh, like you can go in or whatever. And so when it was still some, like a lot of open seats left. So I was like, oh, I didn't know it was fully packed, like, because it was open seats left. So then I just ended up standing at the back of their speech for a little bit. So I was just listening to it, and I got some footage of that. So I'm standing at the back listening. It was really good. They was talking about how they got into gaming and stuff like that, and streaming. After that, I ended up going back downstairs. So I ended up going to the 1st floor. I just left the Jazzy Guns set. It wasn't as packed, so they let people walk in there. But now I'm gonna go to Hall E on the 1st floor to see if I can stand in line and meet Berlizzi. So that'll be cool if I can. Hopefully the line isn't too long, but I low-key think it might be kind of long. But we'll see. But being in here is so much more of a breeze than being outside, because that line was so long. It just took forever. It was so many people. But like, everybody's in the grand ceremony, so it's not that many people walking around. So I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to see who I want to see, like some YouTubers I want to see, but I'm not completely sure. Which is where all the exhibit halls were, right? And I wanted to see Berlizzi. So when I ended up going downstairs to the 1st floor, these halls that they were in, these exhibit halls, they were big, by the way. Like, they were huge exhibit halls, like on the 1st floor. The 2nd floor, I think were they serving food on the 2nd floor too? I can't remember if they were serving food on the 2nd floor or the 3rd floor. Honestly, I have to look at the map. Okay, yeah, so food was on the 2nd floor, I think. But I don't know, I feel like I went up to the 3rd floor. So this is gonna bother me, because I want to get the floors right, so I don't get the, I guess the floors don't matter if you weren't there. Anyways, so I ended up, what did I have to do? So I ended up going on the 1st floor, right? Because I'm like, okay, I want to see Berlizzi. I know he's gonna be in exhibit hall, all the way at the back of the exhibit hall, all the way at the end of the building. So I ended up going there, and I ended up seeing, I ended up getting in line, and I'm walking around, and it's a nice exhibit hall. It's like a bunch of people selling merch and stuff like that at the far end of the hall. I'm running into people Oh, to get there, I see it's like Megan Thee Stallion's booth. She sells like, they're selling like tequila or giving samples of her tequila to people, and people take pictures and stuff. So it was like a little pop-up thing. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm back. My animals were acting up. So boom, I walk into the exhibit. I see the Megan pop-up shop, which was really cool. After that, I get in line, and so I get in line. I find Berlizzi's booth. It's kind of like at the back far right corner. So I see a line for him, and I see his mom and stuff in line, like at the back. Oh, when I was there, it was like a DJ thing going on next to his line, which is cool because they was jamming. Like the DJ, he was playing that music. So then I go there to the back of the line, and I see Berlizzi's mom.
I'm in the line for Berlizzi, but he isn't here. His mom is here though. It's nice, but yeah, Berlizzi is gone. I don't know when he's gonna get back. I think he might be at the ceremony or something. I'm not sure. Maybe he went to the restaurant.
Which is cool, and I noticed like they're selling merch as well. So I'm like, oh, but I didn't see Berlizzi, or I don't know if I say Berlizzi or Berlin, but I didn't see him. His mom was there. It's like, oh, that's cool. Like I can get a picture with his mom. Whilst I'm in line, I meet this girl named Kaylin, and she's cool. She came with her brother, her cousin, and some other guy, and they were kind of like incremented in line. So like if Berlizzi came back, then they could go with the other person, but if he still didn't come back, then they can go to the other person. So they were kind of like incremented in line like that. But she was really cool. She was from Georgia. She had like on a SpongeBob costume. It's super cute. And I was talking to her. I was wearing my, I don't know if you guys saw my samurai Aquarius Kitchen hat. I didn't think Aquarius Kitchen was going to be there, but I thought it would have been cool if he was there. That would have been fun. Yeah, so I was wearing that. We were talking about that, how his new manga was coming out at that time. And then she was like, oh, like, do you need me to take a picture for you? Like, I came by myself. And I was like, oh, yeah, that would be so cool. So I was just talking with her or whatever. And after that, oh my God, I have so many pictures. I ended up just walking around and ended up walking into the venue next to it, which was, I think, was venue D. And I think they had like a big DJ set competition in that venue. But literally, guys, as I was walking around, it was so many people streaming, like different YouTubers and stuff like that. And like so many, like I know I accidentally walked into a few people stream. Like some people I seen from like Streamer University. Like I don't know their names, but I saw like clips of them. I was like, oh, that person was from Streamer University. I'm like, oops. Like I accidentally walked into their recording. And even times too, like it was people doing like, you know, like the YouTube interviews with the mic and stuff. I had to stop myself mid-walk because like I almost walked into it. Like it, like guys, if you want to go to Dreamcon, be warned that there will be a lot of people streaming, and some people you might accidentally walk into their recording footage. So always kind of pay attention, especially if you're like overwhelmed and you're not really like paying attention. There's so much going on, and you might accidentally walk to it. So that would just be warned, be wary of that. So then after I'm walking around a little bit, I still want to see Berlizzi, right? I'm like, oh, I wonder if he's gonna come back. So then I walk out of exhibit D at this point, where they having like the Coca-Cola and like the little gamer arcade games and stuff like that. So I go and sit down, right? Because I've walked around a lot at this point. So I go and sit down, and I'm like sitting down across from like the Chica's Tequila's pop-up section at like one of the tables they have on the first floor. Oh, let me make this one. One of the groups I wanted to see when I was there was TGTV. I wanted to see TGTV, and if you guys don't know who TGTV is a channel. It's called Touchgrass. It's abbreviation stands for Touchgrass TV, and it's a channel with different YouTubers slash gamers slash like reaction channels. It's with Dwayne and Jazz, Barefoot Tasha, and your boy Roshi, which consists of Roshi, Shira, and Lupa. And they all kind of have like a channel where they do like vlogs, and they call it TGTV. So like they'll go on trips and stuff with each other. Like I said, I was there because I wanted to see also TGTV. Mind you, I only had the Friday ticket. I did not have the weekend badge. The Friday ticket and TGTV, they were having a meetup on Saturday, but I had something else to do Saturday, so I couldn't see them. So I was like, oh, I know. I feel like they were going to be here the whole weekend. Like I remember seeing their vlog of when they went to DreamCon in like 2024, and I remember like seeing it, and they were like kind of like in like an exhibit area just around there. So I was like, oh, that would be cool if I get to see them like walking around or whatever. So whole time I was in exhibit hall E, my head was on a swivel. I was like, do I see anybody from TGTV? Like I had seen Jazzy Guns upstairs, but the speech thing was like over at that time. So I was like, I don't know if they're walking around. So I didn't see them at this point, and I was kind of getting a little like upset, like not upset, like angry, like ungrateful or anything like that. I was just like, oh dang, I've been looking around, there's so many people, I'm overstimulated, I'm here by myself, and like I'm looking for TGTV and I didn't see them, and then like I didn't see Berlin in line either. So I was like, oh man, like what the hell is this? So then I'm walking around, my feet is hurting at this point. So then that's when I go and sit at the table next to the Mega the Stallion pop-up thing. So I'm sitting down at the table, and literally I go on Instagram and I see Berleezy posted a story, and literally on his story he's like posted like he's at his pop-up section, right? So I'm like, oh, he's back over there, right? I get up, I go over there, I go back into the exhibit hall all the way at the end of the hall. So I go back in there, and I remind you that he's all the way at the back section. So I'm looking around, more people have come, and then it's like more the DJ's like next to me, he is blasting music, right? People is having a dance off or whatever near Berleezy's line, and I get to Berleezy's line, back into the line for Berleezy, and he's not there. So I'm like, he must have been posting some earlier footage or something, because he was not there. And I was like, I just got up and walked all the way over here and he ain't even here. What the hell? So like I said, they having like a dance battle next to the his line or whatever, and they was not playing. They was cool. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Whole time I was seeing some people too that I feel like I seen on social media. I just didn't know their names, like recognize them. But yeah, that was really cool. The dance thing, and I was watching. I was still in line, but I was looking around. I was like, is Berleezy gonna come back out? And I think his mom had left too. So the line really was kind of just like a merch line, and then like you could take pictures in the chairs that he's sitting in with like his background and stuff like that. So I was like, I don't want to take another, because I already got pictures and stuff like that. So I was like, it's no point in me standing in this line, like especially if he's not out here right now, right? So then I literally walk away. I'm like, I'm leaving. So I make a left, and I'm walking down. Like, it's so funny how this happened at the exact moment. This is crazy. So I'm like, I'm leaving. I'll make a left. As soon as I'm walking down towards like, what would that be, exhibit hall D or whatever, and as I'm walking down towards there, I literally look to my left. Boom, why am I like kind of face first, well not face first, but like 2 feet away from Mark, right? He's walking out with his security, and I'm like, OMG, like that's crazy. I'm like, can I get a picture? And so I ended up just getting a picture of him, and that was so cool. And then he ended up taking some pictures of some other people. I'm like, that's crazy that this is the exact time that I walked out of that line. It's like when I walked right to Mark, and I was kind of like, I think I was more shocked at that moment, because I feel like it was RDC World's event, right? Like, so they're heading the event, and like when you think of somebody heading the event, you don't really think of like you're gonna run into them, right? Like even though I had run into Mark, in my mind I'm still thinking I want to see TGTV. Like, Mark is cool, but I want to see TGTV, right? And it wasn't like, oh no, ungrateful thing. It's kind of like, I was saying the analogy to my mom, like say you go to like a tour of the White House, right? I've never been on a tour of the White House, but I'm guessing this is what it's like. So we go on a tour of the White House. They usually give like a tour of the history, the artwork, the wings and stuff like that. And they tell you about like the presidential thing, wings and all that type of stuff. But when you go on a tour of the White House, you don't expect to see the president, right? Like, that's just something. You expect the president to be busy. You don't expect to see the president. So in my mind, I was equating it to like, say you really like the press secretary, right? You always see the press secretary on the TV, like some hypothetical world where you like the government, right? If you like the government now, more power to you. But like, say in some world where you really like the government, you like the president, you like all that type of stuff. And so say you like the president's secretary or whatever. You're like, oh, I really love the press secretary. I love the way she answers questions. I hope I see the press secretary, right, when I go to the White House tour that I'm going on tomorrow or something, right? Like, just delusion of grandeur, like trying to manifest it, right? Because this trip was a whole lot of manifesting for me, and a whole lot of stuff actually did play out in my manifestations. I don't think I can say everything that happened that played out, but a lot of stuff I did ended up seeing Berleezy, but I don't think I can include that clip because it's details that I don't want to share. But I did end up seeing Berleezy after the fact, which was crazy. But back to the story. Yeah, like say you want to go on a White House tour, you're like, oh, I really want to see the press secretary. I really love the press secretary. You don't even expect to see the president. Then all of a sudden you're walking down with your group or whatever, the group tour guide, and you hear a commotion, and all of a sudden the president walks out, and you're like, oh my god, the president. The president's like, hi, y'all want to get a picture or whatever, right? And you're like, that's so cool. But then you're like, but I really wanted to see the press secretary. The resident was cool, but I really wanted, because I'm a big fan of press secretary. So that's how it was. It wasn't like a whole ungrateful thing to me. It was more so like, oh, I didn't expect to see, like, I know you were ahead of this whole thing, but I didn't expect to see you. So it was kind of like a sudden thing. It was like literally, like I turned to my left and boom, I'm like face first with Mark. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool, right? So then I ended up leaving that exhibit hall. Like I said, that was exhibit hall E after the fact. And then I ended up going upstairs. At this point, I'm like, you know what? I done walked around this exhibit hall like 3 times. I ain't seen TGTV. I'm kind of over it at this point. I had just seen Mark. So I'm like, I go upstairs. I can't remember if I went to the 2nd floor or if I went to the 3rd floor. I don't know. It was the 2nd or the 3rd floor. I cannot remember. But I think it was the same floor that the She Got Game exhibit was on. I ended up going back up the escalator. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. Like, I was just walking upstairs. So I go up the escalator and I'm just looking around or whatever. And I'm like, well, it's a bunch of people in costumes. Everybody, you know, around streaming, chatting it up. And I look to my left again. And I see Jalen. And he's sitting down on the bench. So I walk up to Jalen. I'm like, hey, Jalen. And I'm like, Jalen, guess who I just saw on the 1st floor? And he was like, who? And I said, Mark, RDC World. Because he, like I said, he wanted to see RDC World. So I'm just chatting it up with him. He's sitting down. I'm kind of like standing in front of him. And I'm just telling him what I've been up to. He's showing me like some stuff he bought or whatever. And then I'm literally just talking or whatever. And I was like, dang, I wish I had saw TGTV. Like, I really wanted to see TGTV. So then, after that, I'm looking around. I'm seeing like King Vader. Is it his name? King Vader or some other people. So yeah, I ended up seeing some other YouTubers and like Vine people popping on Vine, things like that. And so as I'm just chatting with him or whatever, I look to my right and I looked, and because I see people like kind of like a commotion, but like it's commotions everywhere, right? And I see Dwayne, right? Dwayne, if y'all know what movie that's from, then you kind of clutch. But I see Dwayne and I'm like, OMG, like this is Dwayne. So I'm like, oh, maybe Dwayne and Jazz are up here, right? And I'm like so awkward. So funny. So I see Dwayne, and so I'm like, oh my god, like it's Dwayne and Jazz. So I go towards them. I'm walking towards it, and I see Jazzy. No, did I see Jazz or did I see Lupa? I think it was one. I think I see both of them at the point, and I'm like, oh my god, it's TGTV! Oh my god, I was so excited, and I was like so nervous at that point because like, funny enough, I think I saw your boy Roshi and Shira, and they had came to Chicago. This is a brief intermission. They had came to Chicago like a few weeks before. They had went to Dreamcon, and so I was like, and they was talking about how they went to Chicago. They had somebody had recommended to eat Reggio's pizza, and that's just not a popular pizza in Chicago. I don't know who recommended them to eat Reggio's. Like, I think I've had Reggio's like one time, but it wasn't like something to write the house about. Like, most Chicagoans eat different types of pizza. So I was like, oh, if I see them, I was gonna say I was from Chicago and be like, oh yeah, I saw that video you guys talking about Chicago pizza. But it's crazy because like in that moment you like, oh, I'm gonna say this to them, I'm gonna make this joke when I see this person or whatever. But then like in that moment you kind of don't, like you just like, I guess you kind of get shell shocked. Is shell shocked the right word? I don't know. But like in that moment I was just like, oh hey, and then and so I was just standing there with my phone the whole time because there was a lot of people and I didn't want to be like rude, and they were streaming too, so I was like, oh, I don't want to say nothing that's kind of awkward on stream. So I was like, okay, I'll just stay there and I'll just ask them for a picture, which you can end up seeing in their vlog. I don't know if I can post a clip of their vlog because I don't know if it's like copyright. I guess I could post like still pictures or something, or like a recording, but like I'm literally in their vlog. It's so, or like their stream. It's so funny. So I see Roshi and I go up to him and I'm like, hey, can I get a picture? And then he was like, oh yeah, like you can get a picture or whatever. And then they ended up they were like, and then I got a picture. He was like, Tasha, she wants to take a picture. So I got a picture with Tasha. And then I ended up getting a picture with all of them together, and then like they were streaming, so I just like, kind of like waved, came in the stream and waved, and so it was so cool. And I was like, oh, my day is made. I ended up seeing TGTV. I'm so happy. So it's like that. Oh, so like for example, back to the press secretary reference. Like say you saw a president, he was like, oh, that's cool, I didn't expect to see the president. And then all of a sudden your tour guide, you're like, oh, can I take a bathroom break or whatever in the middle of the tour? And they're like, okay, yeah. I don't know, go with some security to go to the bathroom. I don't know, guys. I've never been on a White House tour, but you go to with like some security to the bathroom. And so I go, you go to the bathroom, and then as you're going to the bathroom down the hallway, you wind up running to the press secretary, and the press secretary was like, "Hi, it's nice to meet you." And you're like, "Oh, can I get a picture?" And it's like, yeah. So you had that aha moment. So it's like you were more excited to see the press secretary than you were to see the president. So it was like that. I was like, ah, GGTV, this is, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to make their meet and greet on Saturday. So I was like, okay, might as well see them, try to scout for them like I can, like head on a swivel up in the whole in the event, trying to find them. So it was cool that I ended up seeing them. I really appreciate it. So I got a picture with them. So then I go back to Jalen. I'm like, ah, Jalen, I saw who I wanted to see. So I'm so happy. So then I'm just chilling, whatever. And then up comes the stairs. I ended up seeing Kaylin. And so Kaylin's with her brother at this time. So she introduced me to her brother, and then we ended up going to the food court. So we ended up walking to the food court, and we get in line. We get pizza, y'all. That pizza was not that good, you guys. That pizza literally, it was like $14 or $15 for a slice, I think. And then it had no tomato sauce on it. It was like you was eating cheese bread. Like, all that stuff was expensive, and it was not even that good to be as expensive as it was. So we ended up running to her cousin. We ended up getting a table. She ended up buying a box after the fact. I got a slice, but she got like a box with a whole group. And so we ate some of it. And so they had other options too. Like, they had different food stands, but it was cool. Then afterwards, her brother ended up leaving, so it was just me and her cousin at the table, and they were getting ready to pack up and go, because I think they were gonna go to an after party or something. It was around 5 o'clock at this time. So I ended up leaving with them, right? At first my cousin was going to pick me up because he was off work, but then he just sent me money to get an Uber. So after the fact, I ended up, and we were leaving, and as we were leaving, we ended up running into, we were going down the escalators, and we ended up seeing Agent, and he was surrounded by a bunch of people, and I was like, oh, that's cool to see him there, because this, like I said, it was like right after Streamer University, so I guess people was leaving that, and they came to this and stuff like that. Yeah, but as we were leaving, it was like a bunch of, like I said, it was still lines wrapped around the building to get in, and I'm like, that's crazy. So we left, and then I ended up getting in their car. They had drove there, like they had rented a car from Georgia to drive there. And so I ended up in a car with them. I was sitting in their car, and I was just chilling, waiting till my Uber came. And then we were talking, and I ended up leaving. I ended up getting my Uber, and what else happened? I ended up getting in my Uber, and yeah, I think that's it. I just ended up getting an Uber home. I feel like something else happened, but it didn't. Yeah, and then she was telling me about like people who were supposed to be surprised, and like who's supposed to be at the after party. And I think she showed me that GRWM was supposed to be there or something like that. But yeah, guys, that was most of the trip. If you guys do have any other questions surrounding DreamCon that I could probably answer them, just put them in the comment section below. But yeah, it was really fun. I ended up seeing everybody I wanted to see, Berlizzi included. But that was, like I said, that's a little bit, maybe I'll come out with a story time about that, and like me manifesting a lot of stuff that actually happened on the trip, which was so funny. Like the way things played out, I think they played out the exact way they needed to play out. But yeah, the later that day, I think I just ended up going, I think I'm included into the clip after this, but I think I ended up going to Waffle House for the first time afterwards. Oh yeah, also too, I posted an Instagram story. I'll post it right here. I posted an Instagram story with all of the collage I made going to DreamCon, and literally Tasha and Shira reposted it on their Instagram story. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. So yeah, I was really happy about that. But yeah, so the rest of the footage will just be, of this vlog, will just be me at Waffle House, and then me getting ready for, actually no, I think I lost that footage, me getting ready for the Birthday House concert. So it would just be footage of Birthday House concert. Like I said, everything, all the footage that I had, it got scratched So like the only footage left is the footage that's on my phone. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the rest of the footage. I just want to come here and give a little story time of what happened at DreamCon, just to break it down for you guys. And if, like I said, if you have any more questions surrounding the event, recommendations, things like that, going DreamCon next year, because it will be in Houston again next year. I'm not sure I'll go though, but it will be in Houston again next year. If you guys have any questions, just leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.